If you like investing in cryptocurrencies, if you are a Canadian living in specific provinces, well, your world is about to change. Or is it actually about to change? There's a new law or regulation that's coming into place for Canadians, and in this video, we're going to take a look at it and just how really is it going to affect you. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing well. Canada, yes. I mean, of course, we have to have some new regulations that come into play for us people that want to invest in cryptocurrencies. And that is obviously me, and it could obviously be you as well. So we're taking a look at crypto as a whole today. Yes, we're seeing everything's down. We're seeing Bitcoin down 12%, Ethereum down 12%. Everything is red. The stock market is red, and we're still in this bear market. The inflation is still there, and so on and so forth. But to top it all off, we have the Canadian Securities Administration putting even more restrictions for Canadians who are trying to invest in cryptocurrency. It's not hard enough as it is. We have to make it even harder, and we have to limit people and how much they can actually invest. So we're going to take a look at this news. If we go on to Cointelegraph, we have the headline here: Ontario crypto exchanges impose a $30,000 Canadian annual limit on altcoin buys. And this is where it gets super interesting. I mean, it practically makes no sense, and it just goes to show how little the feds even know about crypto, because if we go into the actual article here and we read the investment limit, this is basically where things get super interesting. It does say that the filer will ensure that a maximum amount of crypto assets, and then it says excluding specified crypto assets, and we'll define what that means in a second. But then they go on and say that a client accepts those clients residing in Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, and Quebec. So all of those people, you guys are safe. It doesn't apply to you. Click out of the video, but don't forget to hit that like button because you're happy that it's not going to affect you. But essentially what this paragraph means is that if you're not living in Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, or Quebec, you're going to be subject to a maximum amount acquisition cost of $30,000 per year on altcoins. So this is very interesting because, of course, you need to have enough money to even get there. It's not my case, which is great, but who knows if it's ever going to be my case in the future. Hopefully, I'm just going to have that much money to throw into crypto. That'd be awesome. But obviously, if you have a lot of money and you're looking to invest in crypto, well, you're going to be capped at 30,000. Or are you really? Just wait a second here because it gets even more interesting. But of course, if you are an accredited crypto investor, you can go up to $100,000. But now remember where we said excluding specified crypto assets. So this is where it gets amazingly confusing, and it just goes to show that the feds aren't really great at doing any rules, because if we go all the way up here and we specify what this means and we try and find the definitions of this specified crypto, it says specified crypto asset means Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, and any other crypto asset in respect of which the principal regulator and other CSA members in the applicable jurisdictions have provided written confirmation to the filer, blah, 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 blah. So essentially, the specified crypto assets, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin, you can buy as much as you want of these coins. So if you go on to crypto.com, you're Canadian, you're living in Ontario, this $30,000 applies to the altcoins, but it doesn't apply to Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, or Litecoin, so you can buy as much as you want of those cryptos. So this is basically the feds telling you, well, these are the assets we think are safest. Invest as much money as you want there, and the rest, well, you're kind of gambling, so you only can gamble with 30,000. Now there are a few caveats to this, and if we take a look at this thread here on Twitter from Jacob Robinson, I'll leave a link to it in the description below, but here is where things get interesting, because you can basically invest the amount of money you want in Ethereum, and then you can just go ahead and use a decentralized exchange and buy whichever altcoin you want. But you're obviously just putting and depositing the funds in Ethereum and then converting that into whatever other crypto you want. So that obviously goes to show that they have no idea how crypto and decentralized finance works, because you can basically loop around it and put more money than just the 30,000 in it. Now, another thing to note is that in Canada, I do believe there's about 10, or here it says 15 exchanges, but some of these exchanges may have been banned depending on which province you're operating in. But we have a bunch of different crypto platforms and exchanges, which means you can actually go and buy altcoins directly from these platform and exchanges directly for 30,000 a pop per platform. So I mean, if you do 10 exchanges, you have 30,000 per exchange. That's basically 300,000 that you can go ahead and invest into altcoins. So that's basically the news and the new implementations from the Canadian Securities Administration. They're trying to, put people together and limit the amount that we can invest. But there's obviously loopholes like we just talked about. So if you are living in Ontario like I am, that's your big news today. Of course, there are a few provinces that are excluded, and depending on where you live, it may or may not apply to you. But with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, found some useful information in this. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll leave a link to the Twitter as well as to the article. Do your own research, and as I said, you can always find a way to invest if you really want to invest.